Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the MainStage tutorial for this patch for Real Love by Hillsong Young and Free. And I hope that you get this. It's free on our website, musicandministry.co, and you can look for the downloads and then look for this Real Love or search in the search bar for Real Love MainStage patch, brought to you free of charge. And there's a little instruction sheet when you download it, and make sure you read that so you install all of the things that you need in the right place, so that way you can use this patch in other concerts. So as we begin to look at all of the things that are in this song, well, there's quite a bit going on, and really they play it live with like 3 keyboards. And so I'm putting all of this into one keyboard, not necessarily expecting you to have magical fingers that can play it all, although I have seen some videos where people can, and that's amazing. But would encourage you to split this up into multiple people. So you can do that by adding multiple keyboards and just plugging it all into the same MainStage patch, having different MainStage patches, or you can just have different people playing the same keyboard. So the main thing of this song, the thing that most everybody loves and is addictive to play, is this vocal shout, these vocal samples. So this song's in the key of D, and so I made it to where all of these sounds trigger based on the key of D. So the first one is here. Ah, there it is, the sound that everybody loves so much. So it just goes like this. So between those 4 notes, those trigger all of those different, what I call vocal shouts. So then the next part of the song is what I call the main riff. And when you watch the video, there's just 3 keyboards and no bass player. So a lot of this is all keyboard, but there's one guy playing this riff the entire song. And again, this song's in the key of D. So we go over here to our D, and then we come up to the 3rd, which is F sharp. And then we play those 2 notes together. And then we'll go down to the E, and so we'll play the D and the E at the same time. So it's those 2 chords back and forth. Pretty much the entire song, that's what that person is playing. So then the next sound, the bass sound, is really driving through most of the song, and so it goes here. It starts on this lower D. So that's D up to F sharp, down to E, up to A, then what would be D flat or C sharp, and then back to D. Again, that's pretty consistent throughout the song, although there are some slight variations. One of the variations that I gave you the ability to control is to add the tremolo. And so that's done by adjusting the mod wheel, which is right here. And that will turn on and off the tremolo. So how that is doing that is by over here, it is adding it to a bus, which when you put this into another concert, you're going to not necessarily have this bus. So you're going to need to make sure that you add this channel strip to whatever concert it is that you're adding. So that way it knows to do that. It is a little difficult to get this to work right when you're playing in a group because it is kind of time-based. And so as you can see here, that the tempo of the song is 140. So if you're playing it at a different speed or get off for some reason, you're going to need to adjust that, otherwise it will sound off. So if you turn the tremolo on, again, that is a very cool effect, but it's not necessary for a lot of people. So then the last sound that I gave you is kind of during the chorus. There's these little high pluck sounds, and maybe these are the most needless of the entire patch, but they're kind of fun. So it would go like this. So the last thing that I did add in are these risers, or just kind of special effects sounds. There's some clicks here on the D flat or C sharp. That's a great sound. Now that's a one shot, so you don't have to hold it down, you just hit it. And same with the vocal shouts, you don't have to hold it down, you just hit it once, and it'll play the whole way through. And then the next special effect sound is this kind of explosion sound. This is on the E flat or D sharp. Now we get to some of the risers. So here on F is the beginning of the first riser, and you do have to hold these down, otherwise they'll stop. Now you can hear the explosion happening naturally, but sometimes if your timing's off, it's going to be difficult to get that to work, although I did try to set it up to where at 140, if you pressed it on 1, it would be in the right time. But again, it's difficult to do live. So that's why I included this explosion separate, so you can hold down this F until you're ready, and then when the beat comes, you can trigger the explosion and it'll let go of the other sound by pressing that E flat note. Now the same is true here on this B flat. It's just a slightly different riser. And then here on the A, that one's pretty intense, so you're going to make sure that you hit that in the right spot, or you can just take that one off of it if you want to later. But that should be enough to get you going between all the different sounds. That will get you close, and I hope you enjoy playing a great song with some of the great sounds that they have. You can check out all of our other resources for worship leaders at musicandministry.co, including some other MainStage patches. Well, until next time, God bless.